Yo, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? You know who this is, the real one, always 100, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, and Schroeder Skywalker from the DFS Club, coming to you guys with the main 13 games, main slate video, guys. Did it again. Absolutely destroyed it today. Between my cheat sheets and my lineups, guys, absolutely killed it, the DFS Club. Let's just take a look. So this was the early showdown. Seventh out of 107. I was taking it down until the damn blowout, but other than that, not too bad. I will take a top 10 and a large GPP any day of the week. And then what else did we do? Um, Fanduel. This was the main slate, guys. 200th out of 3,333, 731st out of 10,000 people. This was the lineup here. It got a 311. 58th out of 1,294. So I'm telling you guys, the 30-point rule that I've been talking about is the way to go. It's been working. That's all I can say, guys. So with that said, let's get into it. So let's go to Draft Dashboard, the best optimizer on the planet, guys. You yourself can have Draft Dashboard, $1 for 30 days. Click on the link in the description below, and you also can take the Draft Dashboard Challenge. You get access to all my saved lineups, all my watch players, and the NBA cheat sheet. Because if you can't win, cheat. It's got the best locks, best mid tier, best studs, best value, guys. It's got everything. We got injuries here. Top dome players update overnight, but you get all this for $1. So check it out. First, let's go over injuries because there are quite a few. So Isaiah Thomas is healthy. Um, Ayton questionable, out to questionable now. Kevin Looney's now questionable. Interesting, since he's minimal salary. Marvin Bagley's out. We already know that. Morris is out. Giannis Antetokounmpo is questionable, so we got to wait for that news. Definitely got to wait for it. Anybody else that really counts? Yeah, Trae Young fucked up his ankle. He'll be out for a little bit. Brogdon's questionable. Yeah, lots of injuries, especially to Sacramento, to Washington. So let's break it down. So let's go to the position optimizer. All right, so for point guard, we got Luka Doncic at 11-7. Came back from injury, played 32 minutes, got 51 fantasy points. Didn't skip a beat. Now, the only thing that worries me is the blowout. Now, I know the Warriors have won 4 games in a row, but Dallas is a pretty tough team. Let's face it. Um, but if the Warriors can keep it close, Luka could break the slate, guys. Last time he played him, he got a 74. Before that, a 61. So 11-7, you can definitely go there. James Harden lately hasn't been paying off his price tag, meaning 11-2. So I think I'm going to fade him this slate and feel comfortable about it. LeBron James should be out, so that'll open up some value. Russell Westbrook, now I do like 9-2. I'm playing great. This is the Russell Westbrook we know and love, right? So going up against Brooklyn, 57, a 71, a 70, a 51, and a 50. So at 9-2, he's $500. What is that? No, he's $500 more on FanDuel. So um, I'd rather still play Russell Westbrook over James Harden because what they're doing right now is they're double teaming Harden. So that's been their strategy, and it's been working. Next up, Donovan Mitchell going up against the Clippers, guys. Last time he played him, he got a 55. And he's cheap. He's 8-2. So when I say the 30-point system, right? So I talked about it on yesterday's video. Um, when you're making your rosters, when you're rostering that person, you got to ask yourself, I'm talking for every position, especially this season, are they going to score you 30 fantasy points? If they're not, or if you're not sure, don't roster them. Okay. That's what's been working. And it's it makes sense. It's just common sense. I don't know why I wasn't doing that earlier in the season, but I'd go stars and scrubs or, take a chance on this value player, and it never worked out. But Donovan Mitchell, he makes that 30-point club by far. 55 and 36 against the Clippers, guys. So 8-2, get him in there. Next up, Zach LaVine at 8-2 also. If I had to pick between the two, I'd probably take Zach LaVine in a better matchup because they're the same price. Only $100 less on FanDuel. 42, 49, 43 in his last three. Last time he played Atlanta, he got a 50. So Atlanta got blown the fuck out tonight, like they always do. When they get blown out, Atlanta gets blown out by 50 or 30 fantasy points, real points. So I don't know. It should be. Hopefully, it's a competitive game. I hope so. Because no Trae Young, so he's gonzo. Let's see who we got next. We got Fat Fred VanVleet at 7.5, 48, 49, 16 in his last three. His usage rate is over 30%, guys. Last time he faced Boston, he got a 48. So 7.5, Fred VanVleet. Yes, sir. Next up, CJ McCollum at 6'8". He's still under 7K. I don't know why, but I'll take it. 36, 33, 42. So he's had a couple down games. It's still, you roster him at 6'8" and he's getting 30s, right? What do we talk about? That's fine. That's good enough to cash, right? Anything after 30 is just a bonus. That's it. So CJ McCollum, definitely get him in there. Next up, Derrick Rose going up against San Antonio, ranked 28th in the league against guards. Last time, two times he played him, he got a 32 and a 35. He comes off the bench. I still don't know why. I still don't get these coaches, but he's safe for a 30 burger. Absolutely. Next up, Thomas Satoransky. I always get nervous playing him. I always do, because when I play him, he'll get you like a 12, maybe an 18. But he's been doing all right lately. 36, 37, 36 in his last three. He gets the start. Just his usage rate isn't that good. 17 to 19%. Versus ATL, though, he does have a 50. That was 2 games ago. So Satoransky could break the slate at 6K. A little too steep for me. He's $300 less on FanDuel. So got to put it out there. Next up, Gary Payton again. Told y'all about him. Got a 30 last game, got 30 minutes. So it looks like he's going to get 30 minutes a game now. 5'6". I know Isaiah's in, but Bradley Beal, I believe, is out. I would have played him anyway. You guys know how I feel about Bradley Beal. But I think Peyton's worth a look. We got to wait for the news, see how many minutes he's going to get, if it's going to be reduced due to Isaiah Thomas playing, but I don't see that happening. At 5'6", he'll get you anywhere between 30 and 44 fantasy points, guys. So get him in there. What is he on FanDuel? He's $1,000 less on FanDuel, so he's 4.6. Next up, we got a really cheap Jeff Teague, 5'3", going up against Cleveland, ranked 29th against guards. Same price on FanDuel. 28, 20, and a 40 in his last three. Last time he played Cleveland, he got a 31, 23, and then a 44, and then a 46. So he's got 2 40 burgers, 1 30 burger, and a 23. So 4 out of 5, he gets in that 30-point club. So I think Jeff Teague's pretty safe. Next up, Shabazz Napier for value, guys. If you want to go there, just because the matchup's so good. Cleveland being ranked 29th in the league against guards. He's only 4'6", so I don't know, guys. He'll get you anywhere between 20 to 36 fantasy points, so you're kind of rolling dice with that. So if you're going stars and scrubs, there you go. There's your scrub. Next up, Elfrid Payton, the elf, the Keebler elf. 30, 35, 34 his last three minutes. He's been getting 30 minutes a game, guys. Last time he gets Washington, he got a 35. So if he gets a start again, because you never know with the Knicks, roll him out there at 6'5". I don't like the price. A little too steep, I think. He's 900 less on FanDuel, so you can go there. Let's see, who else do we got? Jordan Mccray is kind of worth keeping an eye on at 3'8". kind of see how many minutes he's going to get. 15 minutes, 23 fantasy points last game. But again, if you're doing stars and scrubs, there you go. There's your scrub. All right, so that'll do it. Let's go to shooting guard. All right, I made it. All right. Let's see. So we covered them. Andrew Wiggins, 42, 34, 48 in his last 3 games. He's priced under 8K, 500 less on FanDuel. Usage rate is crazy good. Going up against Cleveland, 28, 35, 24, 35, 52. I think he'll be low owned because he's in that weird price range, that 7-9 price. So I don't know. He's worth a look at low ownership and GPPs, guys. Let's see. Who do we got next? Jalen Brown coming off a back-to-back. 7K Jalen Brown. He had a great game today. He's just been on a roll. 45, 34, 48, and then whatever the fuck he got today. It was in the 40s too. He also does well against Toronto. 45, 47 in his last 2. So get him out there at 7K. That's kind of a bargain, I believe, anyway. With all the injuries in Sacramento, guys, you got to go Buddy Hield at 6'2". He's been playing like uber dog shit. I know that, but he gets the minutes. It's just if his shots are dropping, they eventually got to drop, right? Against Phoenix, I believe Phoenix had 30 turnovers tonight. They got spanked by the Warriors. So Buddy Hield, if his shots are dropping at 6'2", you got to get him in there. All right. Since Sacramento's so thin right now. Let's see. Who else do we got? Bogdanovich, Sacramento. 6K. Got 43 minutes last game because everybody's hurt. Got 40 fantasy points. Pretty safe play. I have to check the ownership, but just common sense is telling me he's going to be chalk. But we'll see. 6K Bogdanovich, $400 less on FanDuel. Let's see. We already went over Napier. Next up, Joe Ingles. He just gets a ton of minutes. He gets almost 40 minutes a game, guys. And at 6K, that's great. Last 2 games, 43 and 40 fantasy points. Going up against the Clippers, doesn't really have a phenomenal record, but you never know. It's a different year, right? So anybody that gets close to 40 minutes at 6K is definitely worth consideration. Wouldn't be my first pick, but wouldn't be my last. Next up, Joe Harris at 5'3", coming off a shit game. He only had 20 fantasy points last game. Still had the minutes. He starts, guys. That's not the issue. But against Houston, he's a safe 30. 36, 33, 29. So at 5'3" for some salary relief, Joe Harris is a safe play for 30 fantasy points, in my opinion. Next up, I'm not even going to try and pronounce this motherfucker's name. We just call him Zvit. How's that? Zvit is 4'2", $200 less on FanDuel. 27, 24, 12. He's been getting the start. Minutes-wise, 24, 32, and 14. So I don't know, guys. I think Detroit just might be trying him out, see how he's gonna do. And he hasn't disappointed, so you can definitely go there at 4-2. Especially if you get that nice announcement that he's getting the start, that's even better. So let's go to small forward. So Giannis Antetokounmpo, if he plays, is worth consideration at 11-4. Coming off his worst game of the season, he's not going to take that lightly. Going up against Orlando should be a competitive game. You got a 68, 58, 52, and a 31. Orlando's pretty tough defensively, I know, but they're ranked 15th in the league against bigs, and against Giannis, like it even matters. So 11-4, he's probably, if he plays, he'll probably be low owned and a sneaky good play. So we got to keep an eye out for that news. Next up, Kawhi Leonard also will be low owned at 9K because he always is. 62 and 56 in his last 2 games. History against Utah, a 50 and a 53. So if you like 50-point players at 9K, that's your dude right there. All right, let's go to Paul George. This guy, what can I say? He's due. He's way overdue. 33, 28, 22 in his last 3 games. This is Paul George we're talking about. He's 7'8", $200 less on FanDuel. Plays a tons of minutes. In a close game, he'll play almost 40 minutes. Last time against Utah, 41. Before that, a 71. Before that, an 84. Now, I know that was with his former team, but still. If you can get a 71 or 84 out of 7'8" Paul George, I'm going to take that risk in a GPP. He will be low owned. Absolutely. Let's see. We went over to them. Next up, with no Queen James, Kyle Kuzma has been filling in the position nicely. He's only 4'6". He's $100 more on FanDuel, 34 and a 27 in his last 2. So something lit a fire up his ass. He found out how to play basketball again. So Kyle Kuzma is going to get more minutes. It's just a given, and he's only 4'6". I think he's a safe 30-point play, guys. I'm really thinking that at 4'6". So definitely. Next up, you willing to take a risk? Chetty Osman, 4'4". I don't know, 27, 20, 28. He always starts out really hot. And then he just sorry, you got to get situated, got to get comfortable. Then he just fizzles out during the game. All he needs is one good game, and he's due. He's gotten a 40 against Minnesota already. He's gotten a 21 and a 40 in his last 2. So Chetty gets the minutes, so get him in there. What else do we got? DFS, Dorian Finley-Smith, 4'8". Great. 24, 25, 28. He gets all the minutes. He gets 30-plus minutes. So I don't see why he's not worth a gamble at 4'8". Pretty safe. Doesn't quite make the 30-point club, but he can get pretty close. Let's see. We went over that guy. We went over Svit, since I can't not pronounce his name. Let's go to power forward. All right, so the play of the day, obviously, the chalk of the day is going to be Anthony Davis, right? With no LeBron James. 10-2 is cheap, too, by the way. So between him and Giannis, I would definitely go Anthony Davis, cash, Giannis, GPP, if Giannis plays. Last time Anthony Davis played Portland, 63 fantasy points, right? 63, 40, and a 70. So the game stays close. You can only hope and pray. It is Portland, so it probably won't. But definitely worth a look at 10-2. It just eats up a lot of your salary, guys. And he will be uber chalk. Next up, Rashawn Holmes. So no Bagley. Guess who's going to get more minutes? That's right, Rashawn Holmes. Last game he got 44 minutes. That's because of the injuries, guys. I'm liking these Sacramento players that are cheap. They're all in the 6K range, right? So he got 56 fantasy points last game, 44 minutes. Unbelievable. 45 last game against Phoenix. I'm going to pick on Phoenix because they've just been turning the ball over like crazy. So Rashawn Holmes is almost a lock for me at 6'7". We went over Kuzma. Derrick Favors is worth a shot at 6'5". He's back to the Derrick Favors that we know and love, guys. 38 and 43 in his last 2. 6'5" price tag is fair. He's $400 less on FanDuel. Going up against Indiana, they're tough. They're ranked 9th, but that 9th, it used to be 1. It's dropping and dropping and dropping. So Derrick Favors could do you a god damn it. I'm not even I was gonna say he could do you a favor, right? That was my joke. I blew it. At 6'5", he'll probably be very, very low owned. People are gonna be afraid of that matchup. Only if Giannis Antetokounmpo is out, you got to go with some Ersan Ilyasova again at 4'3". He will be chalk again, but good chalk, right? Great chalk for 4'3". It's like a free square. So only if Giannis Antetokounmpo is out. That's the only scenario you're going to play him. So with that said, let's go to center. I feel like I might be missing some guys because it's updating. So after this, we'll go through my watch players and just to make sure we touched on everyone. So Rudy Gobert, 8.5, too cheap. Just plain and simple. 8.5 is too cheap for Rudy Gobert. And a good matchup against the Clippers, by the way. 41, 54, 51 in his last three. So Gobert and Rashawn Holmes are my two favorites. Since Rashawn Holmes is power forward eligible, you can definitely stack the two. Gobert is $200 more on FanDuel. So let's see. Who else do we got? I didn't see him, but Belizia is in play. Also, don't forget about Belizia from Sacramento. Yeah, I think I missed some players. Let's go to my watch players. Draft dashboard schedule. My schedule is just always interchanging, guys. So let's see. We went over Teague, Peyton, McCollum, Vucevic. Got to go back to the well with Vooch because he's only 7'8". $100 more on FanDuel. Why is he so cheap? I don't know, but I'll take it. Played him today. It worked out great. So going up against Milwaukee, possibly with no Giannis, sign me up. He went up against Embiid today and still one of the top scorers of the slate. So Vucevic is a steal. Between him and Gobert, it's going to be tough. If you can get away with playing both of them, definitely do it. It is definitely you could do it on DraftKings. Absolutely, one in the utility spot, one at center, and then go Rashawn Holmes. At power forward. Yes, I knew I was missing people. So Cam Reddish with no Trae Young will be uber chalk at 3.9. So just letting you know, he will be chalk, but he should get about 30 fantasy points or more. Next up, Jason Tatum, 7'6", small forward, power forward eligible, $200 more at FanDuel. He's a safe 30-point play, guys. Against Toronto now, he's had a 50. He got a 34 and he had a 50 a game before that. So keep that in mind. Let's see who else we got. We got Troy Brown, shooting guard and small forward eligible. He's only 5'8", $200 less on FanDuel. Last three games, 24, 53, 26. Got 27 minutes last game, 32, 30. So Beal got hurt late in the game. So I think Troy Brown gets a lot of minutes. We'll see. We'll see if he gets to start or whatnot. But 5'8", if he does, he'll be chalk. But again, save 30 points, guys. You won't have to stack up on these 11K players. I'm telling you, you don't need to. Who else? Gordon Hayward, 6'2". Didn't have a good game today, but good bounce back game opportunity against Toronto. Now, last time we played him, he got a 35, before that a 28. So at 6'2", Gordon Hayward, he's capable of getting 40 to 45 fantasy points. No problem. Let's see. Who else do we got? We got Julius Randle. Good matchup against Washington. Actually, a great matchup. He's only 7'2". His last three games, he's gotten a 48, a 51, and a 34. Julius Randle is $600 more on FanDuel. So keep that in mind. But look at this against Washington. A 51, a 40, and a 61 in his last three. Lots of options on a 13-game slate, so you got to find ways to get these guys in there. I think it shouldn't be a problem as long as, you don't get the 11 or 12K players. You should be fine. Enes Kanter, also for value at 5'3". He got 40-something fantasy points today. He's just going up and up and up and up and up. So his stock is rising. So get him at 5'3" before he's like 7K. So Enes Kanter against Toronto. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. John Collins did great today. It was a blowout, but if it wouldn't have been a blowout, he would have gotten a lot more fantasy points, but he still did great. He's 8'4". So his price is up there. No Trae Young. He's going to have to lead this team in order, because if this is a close game, John Collins could break the slate. And I would not be surprised. He could get like 60 to 70 fantasy points. All right. Because, yeah, who's going to do it? Cam Reddish? I don't think so. So John Collins, don't forget about him. Next up, Kevin Love. Too cheap, man. These guys are too cheap. Had a great day today again. 41, 42, 15 his last three. Usage rate is just great. He's shooting threes, man. This guy is dropping threes for a big guy. Unbelievable. Last time he faced Minnesota, he had 63 fantasy points. So let that sink in. 7-7, get yourself some Kevin Love. Next up, Jonathan Williams. Again, we got to see what's going on with this Washington rotation. Against New York, he's only 4-2, so if you're looking for that value, you can go there. He's gotten 30 minutes a game, 34 fantasy points, 24 fantasy points in his last two. So we'll have to wait and see what's going on in Washington. But 4-2 is a great price. That's a bargain. Let's see who else did we in that. We'll do it. So yeah, I got my watch players. That's gonna do it, guys. So let's get you guys a free lineup. Hopefully it works. If not, I'll get you guys two lineups next video. How's that? Here we go. Yeah, it's not a good lineup, guys, because draft dashboard is down. So let's try and do one manually. Let's go off the cuff. So at point guard, let's do. I'm looking for that 30-point club. Remember, Kemba Walker. Get out of here. Never Kemba. No De'Aaron Fox, guys. So remember that too. Um, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Let's try and see what we can get away with here. Let's go Donovan Mitchell here. Mccray. Nope. Not unless it's like absolutely necessary. How about Troy Brown? We'll say Troy Brown gets a start. We'll put him in there. Oh, I see what it did here. So Paul George and Kawhi, it stacked them. So let's see. We'll keep Paul George, and then let's go to power forward. Let's get one of these cheaper guys that'll give us great fucking value here. Julius Randle, 7-2. So now we're only $100 over the salary, guys. So we're getting there. So let's get rid of. Well, definitely got rid of Ilyasova because I'm not going to tell you guys to play him if Giannis isn't playing. So let's see. Let's check from our player pool here. Enes Kanter, there we go. You can put him at center. Um, Still over by 100. Buddy Hield, we can get rid of him. Let's see. Not that he's not a good play. Just we need to free up some salary. Let's take a risk. Let's go Gary Payton. Still over by 500. Let's see. Bogdanovic, we can go down. And we'll keep going. We can go Joe Harris. And then Kuzma down here. I think we can do better. I think we can do better at center. So remember, guys, this is just off the cuff, but you know what? We're going to figure this shit out. So I'm looking at 30 points. Is he going to get 30 points? Is he going to get 30 points? Is he going to get 30 points? Right? That's how I'm doing this. Is Cancer going to get 30 points? I don't know. I don't know. He could, and it wouldn't surprise me, but let's just say for the sake of it, Ilyasova is going to play, right? Let's say Giannis is out. So we're left now with 1,200 left in salary. So we can upgrade a little bit here. So instead of Joe Harris, let's see, who can we get? We can go Healed. We can go Gordon Hayward, Bogdan Bogdanovich, Joe Ingles, DFS. We can go DFS here. Sorry, guys, I love Peyton. I'm riding the Peyton bandwagon right now. And then utility. Let's see how far see what we can get away with here. All right, so utility. We can go Derrick Rose, Bogdan. I'm really liking Bogdan because you know what? 40 minutes last game, and he's probably going to get the same. So there we go, guys. I will save this for my draft dashboard members because with that dollar, you get access to all my saved lineups. So we got Donovan Mitchell, Troy Brown, Paul George, Julius Randle, Ilyasova, Gary Payton, DFS, and Bogdan Bogdanovich. This is just off the cuff, guys. Just off the cuff. So I know it will change by tomorrow with all the on a 13 game slate. Are you kidding me? With all that, people will have pink eye from a fucking avocado or some bullshit reason. So it will change. So that's why you guys got to join the DFS club, guys. I'm telling you, I'm showing you my winnings every day, right? Go to www.dfsclub.com. We have our holiday sale going right now. Only 3 days left. Time is running out. You got DFS Space. You got the DFS Whisperers. Those are my brothers. You got myself. We cover every single sport. We had a takedown today in college football. Triple OG took it down. Won $1,000. NBA, NFL, MLB, PGA, NHL, tennis, NASCAR, soccer, esports, MMA, WMMA, college sports, guys. Click the join now button. Make sure you click on my logo. That way I get credit. Skywalker DFS. And here are your plans. These are the holiday special plans, guys. $14.99 a month. And you're grandfathered into that price. Once you've selected it, that's for life, guys. It's normally $25 a month. You're only paying $14.99. And if you're a current member, if you want to upgrade, now's the time. So 6 months is down to $50, and a full year is down to $99. So these will go away, and we will not see this again for another year. So take advantage while you can, guys. Come join the family. We'd love to have you. And that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you got something out of it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Prayers out to Zeekster, one of my members, his father having some trouble. So everybody please pray for him. I'm sure he'll be all right, but every prayer helps. My members are my family, guys. So with that said, let's get up out of here. Happy Friday. Don't drink and drive. Hopefully you got that out of your system for Christmas. God bless you. God bless your family. Let's get that bread. Don't take shit from nobody. I live and die by that, and I will see you in tomorrow's video, guys. Take care.